Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to be talking about Jay Inslee, and he is a Democrat presidential primary contender. He is running for the right to go against Donald Trump in the general election to be the president of the United States of America. All right, so let's talk about Jay Inslee, who he is, what he stands for, and what are his strengths and weaknesses. Well, who he is, he was the governor of Washington State. Okay, and what does he stand for? Well, he stands for one thing, right? He's got one push. Now, this is not necessarily a bad thing, having just one drive. Andrew Yang has one drive, UBI, man, all the way to the bank. Like, drive it till that nail goes home. You know what I mean? Well, Jay Inslee is the same thing. Only his number one concern is climate change, fighting climate change. So his idea is to set up industries, and he has three specific industries: electric cars, wind turbines, and solar, right? And all of those at a national level, okay? Let's talk about this from a tactical and a governing perspective. I think it's tactically a terrible idea. And the reason why is, like, this is quickly becoming not really a question on if it's tactically a terrible idea. It seems like it's a pure fact that tactically it's a terrible idea. So basically, 2 days ago, the Republicans brought the Green New Deal to the floor for a vote because the Democrats wouldn't bring it to the floor for a vote. And it turns out the Green New Deal was just an absolutely massive gift to the Republicans. And what happened was that the Senate voted on it, and it was 57-0 no. So that was 54 Republicans voting no on the Green New Deal, 3 Democrats voting no on the Green New Deal, and 43 Democrats voting present, right? Not even saying yes or no. So not a single Democrat senator would stand up for the Green New Deal. That is astounding, right? So so let's talk about strengths and weaknesses. Well, Jay Inslee, I think his first name is really cool. Jay is a strong name, and I think it'll help him in the candidacy because it's easy to remember and easy to say, right? Here's his weaknesses. Climate change is a 100% dead issue as far as winning you votes, right? It absolutely may be an important issue, like, from a governing perspective, but it certainly isn't going to get you past the primaries, and I highly doubt you'd be able to win against Donald Trump running just on climate change, that being your pure focus, right? So, like, timing has kind of defeated Jay Inslee in that the Green New Deal coming up, and not a single Democrat senator, not one Democrat senator being willing to stand up for climate change. That is astounding, like, to stake their record on it, you know what I mean? And now the rubber is really meeting the road, right? So I think that's a huge negative for Jay Inslee. Another one is he is another low intersectionality candidate, and the Democrats have a ton of them, just an absolute ton of low intersectionality candidates, right? So that's a weakness as well. So Jay Inslee, put a fork in it. I think he's done already. He is running, but if he were to run today, I think he would have about a 1% chance of winning the primary. I think he would have about a 1% chance of beating Donald Trump in the election, in the general election. I just think he's really an unfortunate victim of very bad timing and some realizations, right? Like that the idea that climate change is the number one issue for Democrats is very swiftly unraveling. It is a issue for Democrats. So if that's your number one thing and you're, like, really driving for it, that's a problem. That's just a really clear problem, right? So Jay Inslee, that's my take on Jay Inslee. I'd love to hear your take on Jay Inslee. Drop your comments below. And please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.